We all know the universal fix for almost any stalled piece of modern technology. You turn it off and you turn it on again. But teaching does not come with a power switch. If you are halfway through the term and your energy starts to flag, you cannot simply reboot your classroom and start over. Usually, months into the academic year, the daily routines start to feel a little too familiar. The schedule becomes highly predictable. You hit the classic rainy Tuesday afternoon slump. This friction is a byproduct of consistency. It signals that the current routine has become too predictable to keep the brain fully engaged. The mistake is assuming you have to wait until the fresh start of September to reset. How do you deliberately disrupt your practice to inject new vitality right now? We can map out this refresh using 3 concentric circles of inspiration. This diagram models our environment, and we start at the innermost circle, your immediate physical classroom. Within this space, you have complete control to introduce immediate environmental disruption. You might radically alter the desk layout from standard rows to collaborative pods, or even pick up the entire lesson and move it outdoors. You can also shake things up by dropping a brand new physical resource onto the tables. That might be a unique set of mathematics manipulatives, or a beautifully illustrated storybook you have never used before. Introducing a sudden bit of novelty instantly disrupts the standard flow of the week. It creates a shared wave of excitement in the room. By intentionally breaking your own routine, you step out of the strict role of instructor. You get to enjoy the process of discovery right alongside your pupils. Once we look outside your door, we hit the second concentric circle. This represents your immediate peer network down the corridor. One of the fastest ways to revitalize your own practice is the 20-minute pop-in. You arrange to visit a colleague's classroom during one of your non-contact periods. As we can see represented here, every teacher has specific, unique strengths. You are looking for targeted masteries, a completely silent transition routine, a clever questioning technique that keeps students engaged, or an innovative way they display student work. Seeing a peer manage the same physical space allows you to see familiar friction points, like a messy transition or a quiet class, handled through a different lens. Informal observations bypass lengthy meetings. They hand you immediate, actionable ideas that you can trial in your very next lesson. Finally, we expand to the outermost circle. This encompasses the broader educational landscape and formal professional development. To get a real boost to your enthusiasm, bypass the dense theoretical frameworks. The goal here is to sign up for workshops and courses that offer highly practical, testable strategies. Here, we map external inputs like learning to integrate a new digital tool or unpacking fresh pedagogical research. Stepping away from your building gives you a renewed sense of purpose, along with a structured framework to safely experiment with when you return to your home school. The real impact happens when you begin layering these influences. By testing a research-based method within a colleague's desk arrangement, you are stacking these different layers to see what actually works in your specific context. When you allow yourself the freedom to test these new ideas, the pressure to achieve absolute perfection starts to fade away. It gets replaced by a highly playful, experimental atmosphere. This shift changes the dynamic of the room. When you aren't tethered to a rigid script, the students see you actively adjusting to the new resources and layouts alongside them. Joy in this profession is an active pursuit. Vitality is generated by continuously moving, adjusting, and trying new things. By seeking out small, practical changes across your classroom, your school, and the wider world, you guarantee that your teaching remains vibrant, no matter what week of the term it happens to be.